So we're gonna make one of my favorite summer desserts with just 8 ingredients. These blueberries right here, we're gonna make into a cobbler. And you can use any fruit. I think that blueberries and blackberries and cherries work best in this recipe, but you could use peaches as well. So my husband had something to say about my last video and me cutting a tomato with a serrated knife. And to that I say, just eat the pie. Otherwise I'm gonna have to start grinding up those cherry pits again, and we don't want that. So we are going to start with 1 cup of self-rising flour. If you don't have self-rising flour, take 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So about those cherry pits, when you grind them up, they release a chemical called amygdalin. I think it's called amygdalin, and your body reads that as cyanide. So those of you who are Ozark watchers, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to put 1 cup of flour in here. All right. I like to scoop the flour out and put it in here. I think it gives for a more even measurement. There we go, ingredient 1. Second ingredient is 1 cup of sugar. Our third ingredient is 1 cup of milk. I like 2% milk in this, but I would say 2% or whole milk, nothing less than that. I mean, I guess you could try to take some calories out of it, but just have a smaller piece and enjoy it with the whole milk. So we'll put that in here, and then we're gonna whisk this around just so we get some of it incorporated. So 1, 2, 3. Our fourth ingredient is 1 stick of butter. And I like to use salted butter. That is very controversial in the baking world, but we're gonna use 1 cup of melted butter. All right, here we go. We mix this up. If you're worried about this being too thin of a consistency, don't. Don't be tempted to put more flour in it. It will not bake upright. I know this, I have tried. It is vanilla. This is my mother's homemade vanilla. I don't know how long we've had it, but it's literally vodka and vanilla beans, and she used to make it all the time. It tastes so good. So if you can make vanilla on your own, do it. And again, measure with your heart. I'm gonna use about 2 teaspoons. 1, 2, it's probably more like a tablespoon, but who's counting? We're gonna mix that all up. So our next ingredient is cinnamon. And this, I'm just gonna put a dash in because I don't want an overwhelming flavor of cinnamon. I just want an undercurrent of it, like, what's that little thing in there? That's this. Okay, so look at just a little. Ingredient number 6 is, I'm gonna put a little bit of orange zest in here because I like the taste of orange, and I think it needs a little bit of acid to bring out the flavor of everything else. So I'm just gonna take a couple of swipes on here, not a lot, because again, I don't want it to be overwhelming. I don't want you to just taste orange. So basically it's like, look, it's just a little bit of that. And then I'm gonna eat this orange, and I'm not gonna waste it. That's what we have on our grater, and that's it, okay? Just a little bit. We're gonna whisk that up again. Okay, I have a 8-inch shallow pan here, and I've sprayed it with some nonstick cooking spray. You can use butter if you want. I think the cooking spray is fine from this, and that's from someone who just loves butter. Straight to this container. All right, just like that. No batter left behind. And this batter doesn't have any egg in it, so if I want to try it, I can. I mean, I'd probably try it if it had egg in it too, but I know some of you will come for me and be like, don't eat the raw egg. Okay. All right, so this is what it looks like here right now. Our last ingredient are our beautiful blueberries. And I always say, of all the fruit that you can buy organic blueberries, because the other ones are just filled with pesticides. All right, so we're just gonna scatter these around. This is 1.5 cups of blueberries. If you want the full recipe, message me below, message me in a message box somewhere. I will send it to you, but it's pretty easy. All right, so we have all of our blueberries in here. That's what this looks like, all right? The last thing that we're gonna do is clean that little mess up that I just made. And then we're gonna put, this is a 1/4 cup of sugar on the top, all right? We're just gonna sprinkle it on the top, and that's gonna create a nice little crust. We are going to bake this, after we clean out the side, we're gonna bake this 350 for 1 hour, all right? So let's go over those ingredients again. We have 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of milk. Then we have a dash of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, some zest of an orange, and 1/4 cup of sugar to put on top. It doesn't get any easier on that. Let's bake this and see how it tastes. Mm. 10 out of 10. Go just sit there and go make this.